What I do for myself is selfish and takes away from time with my family. I'm not doing it right. Everyone else has it figured out. If only I were more organized or productive or rested, then I'd be able to do all the things I need to do. Do any of these sound familiar to you? If they do, I promise you're not alone. In today's lesson of Mama CEO Summer School, we're tackling mommy guilt and learning how to manage it. Because if we're being honest, despite the title, I'm not sure you can ever really banish mommy guilt, but we can learn how it shows up for us and the best way to balance it out. So let's get started. I know all moms deal with mommy guilt, but I think it takes a specifically interesting turn for us mama CEOs. I call us the mom in the middle. That constant pull between being a mom 24 hours a day, but also running a highly personalized business 24 hours a day. They're both full-time jobs for sure, but how do we balance it out without feeling like we're in the wrong place at the wrong time? You can be a great mom, run an amazing business, and take care of yourself. Yes, all three. You just have to define what those three things mean to you. I think dealing with mommy guilt comes from being really clear on what your values are, both as a parent and as a business owner. Also, cutting yourself some slack and, surprise, surprise, having a good plan. So let's look at all three of these. Here's the reality. You can't do it all. At least not all of the time. But frankly, I don't think we're supposed to do all of the things all the time. I think mommy guilt creeps in when we compare ourselves to what we see others doing or what we think is the right way to do things. But we all get to be our own people. We all have different strengths and focuses, both in parenting and in our business. Knowing what those are up front helps us deal with the mommy guilt that crops up when someone brings a Pinterest-worthy birthday cake and you brought store-bought cupcakes. Just like last week when we talked about that there are a million great ideas for your business, but you get to choose the best idea for right now, there's also a million ways to be a great parent, and you get to decide the values and the focuses that make you the best parent, not your neighbor or that semi-friend on Facebook. And on that note, remember that everyone has their own struggles. Everyone is going through something. So where you feel like you're failing in one area and everyone else has it figured out, I promise that everyone else feels the same way. So start by taking time to really define what your values are for your family. Even write them down. Think about the way you want your children to remember their childhood or the things that are important for you to focus on a regular basis. Maybe you want to be taking your family on epic adventures, or maybe you want to structure your day so you're always the one to pick them up from school. Do you want to put value on independence or education or community service? Knowing these will act as a filter when that mommy guilt crops up. I think this concept is super important when it comes to that idea that whatever I'm doing for myself is selfish and takes away from my family. Because if you believe you have to be doing all the things for your family, then of course anything you do away from your family is going to feel selfish. But if you can align your focus and your values with exactly what it means to you to be a good parent, then it leaves a lot more space for the other things, whether that's self-care, whether that's your business, whether that's staring at a blank wall. You'll have the space to do those things if you know really specifically what the important parts of parenting are to you. Besides, I'm pretty sure that whatever that mommy guilt inducing activity is, it's actually benefiting your family. What happens when you go out for a run, or you hire a babysitter so you can finish your sales page, or you have your spouse do bath time so you can go out with your girlfriends? You end up healthier, refreshed, less stressed, your kids see you working, and you're contributing to your family's finances. Your spouse and your kids get special time together and you feel recharged. That is not being selfish. If it still feels that way, then enter my good friend, the plan. I find that having a good plan helps me derail mommy guilt. I get to choose the times that I'm going to focus on wearing the mom hat or the CEO hat, and it helps me balance the time in between. So you can schedule time for your business and schedule time for your family. And when that mommy guilt creeps in, you can use what I call the yeah, but phrase. I'm going out with my girlfriends on Friday night. Yeah, but I'm taking the kids to the zoo on Saturday. Or I'm going to let my son watch an extra show on the iPad while I finish my sales page. Yeah, but then we're going to put together the Lego kit he got for his birthday. In fact, I'm doing it right now. My kids are entertaining themselves independently while I film this video, and then we're going to head out to the pool later this afternoon, balancing my CEO hat and my mom hat. And one more thing, you are doing it right. Sometimes finger painting trumps writing your newsletter, and sometimes an extra cartoon is what you need to get a little bit of extra work done. Both are okay. To help you plan and prioritize, I've created a daily planning sheet with space for you, your business, and your family, and a place to keep track of where you're doing well. Mommy guilt isn't going away, but we can manage it by knowing and remembering what's truly important to us. Put a plan in place and schedule time for all the things that are important to you. You will be happier, your kids will be more fulfilled, and you'll have a thriving business. And I will see you next week for the next episode of the Mama CEO School.